Hey everyone, today we're going to be exploring Dumbo Brooklyn. Now Dumbo is short for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass. Today it's known for its cobblestone streets, art galleries, luxury lofts, and of course the iconic views of Lower Manhattan and Midtown Manhattan. But it wasn't really always like this. It definitely does have its industrial roots. If we go back to the 1800s through the 1900s, this neighborhood started as a gritty waterfront full of factories, warehouses, and even shipping docks. Thanks to its location on the East River, it became a hub for manufacturing everything from soap and paint to machinery. In fact, the famous J Street connecting railroad used to run right through here, linking the factories to the docks. We're going to be doing a complete and total walk of Dumbo Brooklyn today. I just got off the C train from Midtown Manhattan, got off at High Street, and right as you get off, you're going to be able to see these great views of one of the most sought-after luxury condominiums in Dumbo called Olympia Dumbo, that in my opinion has some of the best views of Lower Manhattan. You can see the spire of the World Trade Center in the distance. During today's walk, you're going to see some of the remnants of the old Dumbo with hints of what is to come. There's really two main bridges that you could see from Dumbo Brooklyn. Obviously, the one that we're looking at right now, which is the Brooklyn Bridge. It was opened in 1883, and then you have the Manhattan Bridge that was opened in 1909. These two bridges literally frame the neighborhood. They transform Brooklyn's connection to Manhattan and help turn its once isolated industrial zone into a vital part of the city. Those two bridges also played a critical role in the Brooklyn Navy Yard, which has now been completely revamped. For anybody who may be from Brooklyn, New York, or Fort Greene, New York, knows exactly what I'm talking about as it relates to the Navy Yard. Just an unbelievable transformation over the years. You even have a Wegmans there now, which is really great. You'll see all this crazy traffic as vehicles are trying to get up to the Manhattan Bridge. This is a very, very busy intersection, especially on Saturdays. Today is Saturday, and you have a lot of tourists that are here. You have a lot of people that are coming from the city to Dumbo to enjoy the day, taking some of these great views, and walk around the park that's right on the riverfront. This cityscape, you can kind of see what the old Dumbo used to look like with some of the warehouses, a lot of auto body shops. But as we continue to go towards the waterfront, particularly the Brooklyn Bridge, you're really going to see what I'm talking about, because you have some big money apartments and big money condos. I'll give you one more look at the Olympia Dumbo that has some of the most stunning views over the Brooklyn Bridge. It kind of feels like you're floating on top of that Brooklyn Bridge. Now, the name Dumbo, believe it or not, the name was invented by artists in the 1970s, I believe. At the time, this area was still pretty rough, definitely filled with a lot of abandoned warehouses, so to speak. And the artist came up with the Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass, partly as a joke, but hopefully, well, what they were thinking at the time, they wanted the name to kind of sound kind of intimidating and a little bit raw to kind of keep developers away from the neighborhood. And when I'm talking about developers, I mean the luxury developers that build all these luxury condos and luxury housing. Well, that plan didn't really work, because now, fast forward to 2025, Dumbo is one of the most expensive neighborhoods, not only in Brooklyn, New York, but in all of New York City. This is one of my favorite buildings, right on the corner of Old Fulton Street and Front Street. It's that white building right there, One Front Street. It is home to Grimaldi's Pizza, and you have those stunning views of the Brooklyn Bridge in the background. You have a lot of good pizza places, lots of good Italian restaurants here. We're about to pass Spumoni Gardens, which is just on the left. And this neighborhood really, really comes alive in the nighttime and on the weekends. Here you can see Spumoni Gardens. Pasta, pizza by the slice. But the best pizza spot in Dumbo, in my opinion, is right here. Grimaldi's at 1 Front Street. If you're a big coffee drinker, I would also recommend walking a little bit further down and checking out Arabica Coffee. This is a great cityscape view with the Brooklyn Bridge in the background. If we want to fast forward throughout the history of Dumbo, I'll take you to the late 20th century, which is what I like to characterize the revitalization effort for Dumbo. In the 1970s and 1980s, artists began moving into the old factories, mainly because of the cheap rents and the huge open spaces. But over time, developers in the city invested heavily into the neighborhood, transforming Dumbo into one of Brooklyn's trendiest and most expensive neighborhoods. Here you can see some of the cobblestone streets. And across the street you have a lot of really nice shops, pizza places, convenience stores, gift stores, and of course beautiful cityscapes. This is the Arabica coffee here. This is very, very trendy amongst tourists. If you come and grab a coffee and you sit down inside, you'll be able to see the most unreal views of the Brooklyn Bridge. Here we're now on Everett Street. This is the famous Brooklyn ice cream factory. Which today appears to be extremely packed. Wow, just get a load of that line. Just a little bit of an anecdote here, but the local economy in New York City seems to be booming because every single weekend of the summer and now into the fall, it's been absolutely packed, not only in Manhattan, but in the outer boroughs too. The restaurants are packed, the nightlife is packed, coffee shops are packed. And if you were to ask me, the reason why I think you're having such a strong pickup in the local economy here is because of the return to the work and return to office narrative. There's another shot of Olympia Dumbo. Chances are if you work at a big investment bank or financial firm or law firm, even big tech, like Meta, Amazon, and the like, and you work in the city, it's back to the office. And those people at those jobs, they make a pretty penny. They do really, really well for themselves. So if they have to move back to the city and get an apartment in the city, and you're making your big 6-figure salary, well, guess what? You're going to spend that on the weekends. You're going to quote unquote inadvertently investing into the local economy by spending. And the city feels like it's on fire. It's having an unbelievable resurgence. Here you have a great view of Lower Manhattan. You can see the World Trade Center. You see 130 William Street. Okay, we have the light. Right here is the brand new Brooklyn Bridge Park. They just opened this, and there's public restrooms, children's playground, like a little gazebo place. Right on the water with these incredible views. Over here where you see this absolutely massive line, that's the line for the New York City water taxi, and oftentimes tourists will come here and they'll take the water taxi to get an affordable tour around New York City because you have great views from there. Quickly take you up the stairs. Chances are, if you haven't been to Dumbo Brooklyn in a year or so, this will all look completely brand new to you. So look at this. The city's just done a magnificent job here. So you can grab a coffee, enjoy a newspaper or a good book, and look directly under the Brooklyn Bridge. You'll be able to see the entire skyline of New York City. Empire State Building, Central Park Tower, One Vanderbilt, 270 Park. It's amazing. All new infrastructure, super inviting. Really can't beat it. You'll even have a little concession stand here where you can order some pastries and things. Let's check out what they got. Hot coffees, cold coffees. Wow, they really do make it nice here. Okay, let's head out and around. Now we're looking across the East River to the Manhattan side. If you were to walk all the way to the end of this pier, you'll see an unbelievable view of the Statue of Liberty. So I definitely say come while you still can because the weather is nice. We'll zoom up on the World Trade Center. And the black building that's kind of blocking the view of the World Trade Center is 130 William. That's one of the best-selling condominiums in Lower Manhattan. It's a great project. So if you're thinking about moving to Lower Manhattan and you're looking to move into a luxury condo building, with great amenities. Check out 130 William. I really like the diversity in architecture here. You have a lot of the original Brooklyn warehouses that have been converted into apartments on Old Fulton Street. And then you see the resurgence, or I should say, the revitalization of New Brooklyn. Let's quickly see how long this line is, and then I'll show you guys some really cool stuff. There's a whole outdoor bar here. I would highly suggest coming here to watch a sunset, because you could grab a drink at the bar, sit down and watch the sunset over Lower Manhattan. It's really something else. You'll see everybody enjoying a few drinks here in a moment. And here is that line for the New York City water taxi again. If you look right behind the Manhattan Bridge, you'll see this monstrosity of a glass building. That is One Manhattan Square. That is Extel's luxury condo building. And then you could also see Billionaires Row from here too. Isn't it just a unique place? I mean, you have the River Cafe across the street, right on the water. Oftentimes you'll have weddings here and the like. Have a little bit of sandy beachfront right here. All right, we're now going to make a left here by the River Cafe. There's so much energy here. Now, we're going to go right under the Brooklyn Bridge now. And hopefully they still have that flea market open. It's about 4:30 p.m. So we'll see if it's still open, but there's this very, very unique flea market that they have right under the Brooklyn Bridge. You have Ignazio's Pizza across the street. This is Water in Old Fulton Street. Standing here is one of my favorite shots of the Brooklyn Bridge. To the right is Ignazio's. They have a little bit of a takeout window here to the right. Small outdoor dining space. But look at how packed it is, guys. Like, this is what I'm talking about, anecdotally speaking. New York City's really alive and rocking. You even see the inside in the dining room. Everyone's sitting down. Very busy. This is the Luke's Lobster across the street here. We'll continue to go down a little bit and I'll show you even better views. This will be near the Jane's Carousel. This is now new, and you see Old Dock Street. Look at how beautiful this building is.
I'm thinking about it.
Time Out Market. There's a whole food court on the inside of here. It is really stunning. And here you have a lot of the cobblestone and Belgian block streets. It's almost like you're taking a walk back in time. the place where we're going to be headed to now, I would say is probably one of the most photographed sections of Dumbo. You're going to see the Empire State Building perfectly centered between the arches of the Manhattan Bridge. And behind the Empire stores here, 55 Water Street, you'll have the main Jane's Carousel. Even other areas of Brooklyn, New York are becoming so expensive to live. You talk about Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Williamsburg has become one of the most trendy and hip neighborhoods in all of Brooklyn, New York as well. I think Domino Park helped out with that a lot. So many options in terms of the restaurants. Oh, thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Have a good day. That guy was nice. Let me try a cookie for free. I'll let you guys know how it is. Wow. That's very good. That's like insanely good. This bakery you see across the street is very famous. And the building it's in is stunning, isn't it? Let me try to zoom up on it a little bit so it's framed a little bit better. Beautiful. I'm really hoping that flea market is still open. I really want you guys to see that. We're now on the corner of Water Street and Main Street. Now you're going to start to see a lot of the original buildings that have been repurposed into luxury rentals. On Main Street, if you look all the way to the end, you'll see a very familiar building that we talk about all the time. This is Olympia Dumbo. So you could only imagine living here. You have great views of Lower Manhattan, but also Midtown Manhattan as well. This is the Sweeney Building. I really like the industrial vibe. But look at that, everybody. It's a great view. Some more coffee shops and bakeries. Maybe there's some sort of comic con going on. I know there was something going on in Manhattan at the Javits Center a few weeks ago, like the big comic convention. In any event, Washington Street is where it's at. You'll notice, I'll show you this side first, but notice all the people here. There's always so many people taking photographs that the city shut down the street and made it pedestrians only, and I think that was the right thing to do. You'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. But everyone's here to take that iconic photo. So here it is. If I zoom in, if you look closely in between, you can see the Empire State Building perfectly centered. It's unique to see in person. I would highly, highly recommend it. And it's a fun atmosphere because so many other people are out enjoying the weather, taking photos. It's really nice. Another good pizza place that I really like is right on the corner here. It's called Front Street Pizza. It's quite good. I usually get the mushroom slice when I come here.
Your picture. Come on, boys. Like this. La otra es ahí donde está el...
Okay, let's go back. And then we'll try to go to that flea market. Look at how beautiful this building is here. With that bright red brick facade. We'll make a right here. And right under the Manhattan Bridge, we'll see if it's still going on. You have the Dumbo Flea Market. You have Brooklyn Flea. Okay, it looks like it's Saturday to Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can see some of the new development across the street. They're doing a good job to kind of keep it in tune with the existing architecture of the neighborhood. Some vinyls here. All the way around. In the middle here, you're actually going to see a bar. It's called the Archway Bar, where you can get a drink if you want while you're shopping. You have the iconic Dumbo sign. Very, very unique. We'll walk out all the way to the end. We're now at the Archway. Very unique. Notice all the loud noise. That's the subway that runs over the Manhattan Bridge. This is another good contrast between the original warehouses that have been converted and the newer luxury rentals. Look at all this old camera equipment. Look at how beautiful the architecture is on the bridge. Once again, that's the Manhattan Bridge. And this is the corner of Water Street. Beautiful Vespa. Now we're on the corner of Front Street. There's a lot of interesting restaurants over here as well as you make this left. There's lots of interesting boutique shops, clothing stores. Coconut ice cream.
Cash your card for you guys.
It's a very family-friendly neighborhood too. And now we're back on the corner of J Street. Look at how cool the facade of the Mexican restaurant is here. Very colorful. You'll also have a coffee shop called Devotion. If you were to continue to walk straight up where I'm walking right now, that will take you to the main pedestrian on-ramp to the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge. However, just as a quick forewarning, if you're traveling with family, probably best to stick with the Brooklyn Bridge. But if you're looking for a really urban and cool experience, this is Devotion, by the way, the coffee shop, very good. If you're looking for more of like an urban and very cool experience, I would give the Manhattan Bridge a try, but just know that it is loud. And that is because the subway roars over it. You can see everybody getting off the train here. This is the main subway stop.
Let's go this way.
The F train. At York Street Station. This right here is the main entrance to the walking path and the cycling path at the Brooklyn Bridge. You'll also be able to see the Brooklyn Tower here in just a moment. It's that tall building all the way in the distance. If you all enjoyed that walking tour of Dumbo Brooklyn, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, we will see you in the next one. And thank you so much for watching. Take care.